All right. So I got my West Coast base. Now I'm going to go for my East Coast base with Florida.
Fuck.
We already got Mar-a-Lago down there, so I'm going to make that the headquarters of my regime.
It's a good place to keep documents.
Yeah, I think that we already have plenty of classified documents that hopefully we can use to our advantage. They have a lot of meth to keep the troops going.
They
That
did
will
that
be
in World War
important.
II. The Germans did.
Hitler did that a lot, yeah.
Pervitin?
Yeah.
I think it was
When
called.
you're on meth, you can fight for days. You don't feel pain. You'll eat someone's face off, which Florida residents have done in the past.
Just for
A lot of
sport?
fun. Yeah, and it recently surpassed New York, I think, as the third most populous state in the country. Granted, most of those people are probably senior citizens that won't be of much help. But I think it also has the most space ports in the U.S. I'm not sure that it's where NASA's based.
Cape Kennedy.
Cape Canaveral.
Canaveral, yeah.
Yep. So hopefully we can use the space game to our advantage. Yeah, I like my two picks right now because
I hate the Florida pick.
You want me to tell you some good things about your
I'm gonna be
Florida pick?
I would love to hear some good things.
Florida, you also have SOCOM, which is Special Operations Command, and it's not just the United States that you're going to get. You're going to get all of our allies. Anytime you have a SOCOM from different countries, they go and train just outside of Tampa. You're also going to get Eglin Air Force Bases, which is where every single EOD tech is. So if your state knows how to plant IEDs, you're going to be the only people that know how to stop it. You're also going to have a port in Jacksonville, Mayport. You're going to have one in Miami. You're going to have one in Key West. You're going to have one in Pensacola, and you're going to have one in Panama City. All up and down the coast of the peninsula, you're going to be able to put different stations all along. And then interior, you have a couple different bases as well. Most are National Guard, but a lot of them are artillery based. So you'll be able to take long distance shots over the bow.
And I know the Seminole Native Americans of Florida are the only tribe that have never been defeated by the U.S. military. They never surrendered. And so I think that's just probably because the terrain of Florida, it was so hard to beat them in their own backyard when it's mostly marshes filled with all sorts of shit. Crocodiles.
Awful terrain to deal with,
Florida
too.
has, awful terrain. So I feel like that's a good sign. If the U.S. can never beat the Seminoles, then you might have trouble beating my horde of meth addicts that will also be hiding in the swamps.
Here's my problem with Florida. There's too many transients. There's too many people who are from somewhere else. It's gonna be hard to get people to rally to be like, hey, I need you to fight for Florida.
This is from the guy that picked New York.
New York's an immigrant place, but yeah, there's people who've been baked in there forever. They're just dug in. You ever heard of Onion Town?
I have, but I mean, how many people in New York City are commuters, like in transient?
That's a good point.
Move there.
That's a good point. But I think those people, like, they're going to be more inclined. Like, anybody who's commuting into New York, they call themselves New Yorkers. They want to be New Yorkers. And the other people, but even if they live in a neighboring state and they're just commuting, they still they think of themselves as New Yorkers. I don't think Florida.
I think you want to do that when you're at a restaurant, not necessarily when the rounds are flying downrange.
We'll see.
I don't know how much you're really into your bagel whenever I have my aircraft carriers launching cruise missiles at you.
Why don't you launch them down at Donnie in Florida? I think we got a senior citizen population. We got a drug addicted population. We have and people who are just not from there. I think those are strikes 1, 2, and 3 for me, and a lot of different places to invade.
And Florida has the most crocodile use in the United States too.
That too.
This is my next pick. I like that. I like the bath salts people on the front lines.
Yeah, you can never have too many bath salts people in the.
And then
They'll
like you
eat your
said,
face off.
big time. And then all the people you're talking about, like the smart people and the SEALs and all the command, like all those people are retired in Florida. So you're going to get a good crop of people who are going to be able to control shit. So I think Florida's a sneaky good pick, and they got a good fleet. Like all those yachts, like dude, they'll be fucking.
It's gonna be.
They'll be cooking. Good cartel there.
Yeah, wait
too,
until fucking someone in New York City from Chief puts sanctions on those yachts. You ever think about that, Ed?
True.
No.
They already have the yachts, and I've got the oil in California, so we're going to keep those yachts floating. That's for sure.